Hello everybody and welcome to one more new series. It is FIFA 13 My Player Mode, and this is my favorite thing to do in FIFA. I'm a huge fan of FIFA, I'm a huge fan of soccer, although from here we will be referring to it as football in the series. I will not say soccer anymore, so there you go. We're playing on world class difficulty, 6 minutes. Because that's just sufficient for our YouTube content. And we will be doing the European League and Champions Cup, blah, 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 in the first season and on forward, too. So, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm creating my own dude here. His name is Isaac Jammer. Why Isaac? Because it's not my real name, so why that? Well, Dead Space was my first Let's Play on the channel, and I just thought, hey, I don't know what other name to give him, so that's his first name. He will be known as Jammer. He's gonna be one of those one-name guys. You know? Whatever. We're gonna be my favorite number, 19. And of course my country, United States. And my birthday, October 31st. Really some rather insignificant information, but well, I guess my country is kind of significant because that impacts who I play for internationally if I ever get to that level. I'm a finisher. I'm a center forward. I'm 6'1", 147 pounds, which is pretty much what I am in real life. Yes, I'm fairly thin. I can't help that. My metabolism is fast. But let's avoid that. I'm going to play for SC Braga in Portugal. And here's, you can take a look at the squad. Why Braga, you may say? Well, I'm not really exactly a fan of Braga. I don't necessarily hate them either, but I lived in Portugal about 10 years ago now. I can't believe it's been that long. I lived in the Azores, if you know where that is. And that was during also, I lived there during the Euro 2004, which was hosted in Portugal. I didn't get to go any games, but I just got to be there when they won and people were happy. And well, they didn't win the whole thing, but when they beat Spain and all that stuff. But it's kind of depressing when they lost to Greece. But anyway, so I just kind of was like, I want to go with a Portuguese league team to start out with. And I thought Braga was a pretty good, solid team to start out with. So here's our goals, or our objectives for the season. Pretty standard if you've played My Player Mode. And here's our agent reminding us about our opportunity to play for the U.S. national team. If we do well enough, at some point we may get selected, so certainly something we want to be on the lookout there, but something interesting here as we advance. Real Madrid in talks with Man U about Wayne Rooney. How interesting would that be to see Wayne Rooney go to Real Madrid? And here we are going to be in the starting 11 for the first friendly. We have 3 friendlies before the season officially kicks off. So we're hoping to make some good first impressions on our manager, on our teammates, the fans. Certainly want to have a good debut here, even though it's just a friendly. And it's against NEC, so here we go. There I am, listed right there in the starting 11, right along with Elder Barbosa. He's a pretty solid player. He's not great, but he's solid. And here, a great chance just in the 3rd minute for NEC, and I tell you, the post just saved our lives there. Otherwise, that would have been a goal. And here, my first touch of my career. Oh, that's not good. That wasn't a very good first touch. But anyway, it's going to be a process here. We're playing on world-class difficulty. As I said before, full manual controls. Some people may wonder, why full manual in here? Just boom. That was a nice strike. That was beautiful. Not very good defending, but that's hard to, if you're the goalie, if you're the keeper, that's a tough one to stop. So, in the 11th minute, they get on the board, 1-0. Nice little passing, too. Look at that. Man, that was nice. But, I prefer full manual controls because it gives you have control over the game. I used to play on assisted controls back in like FIFA 09. And then I discovered, I didn't even know manual controls existed. And then we had a header, but it went into the stratosphere, so no opportunity to score. But I discovered full manual controls it was either '09 or 10, and it completely changed the game and how I played it, especially with shooting. I mean, it makes scoring actually easier once you get used to it. So if you haven't played full manual controls before, I highly recommend it. Give it a try. Take some getting used to, definitely, but once you get used to it, it is an absolute blast. And it's you have so much more control. The game's not playing it for you anymore. You're playing the game how you want it. And here I'm trying to get in behind the defense. You know, obviously not going to be off. I don't want to be offside, but I'm trying to get in behind. And here's a great chance. Oh! I put it right into the keeper's tummy. And that would have been a great chance to score my first goal. Still, though, it's just a friendly, so we don't want to waste all our good energy. But here I put a nice little pass. And look at that, little fake shot action, and defender puts it away there. So here we go. I'm trying to make a move. A nice little pass for my man. Can we get it in? No, defender blocks my cross. And that was bad. So here we go. We're trying to find some more action. Nice little through ball for my teammate. I don't really know my teammates' names yet, and another fail. Or at least I don't know them from this distance. I can't really quite recognize all of them, so I apologize. But, yeah, we're looking to see if we can at least earn some respect, and, you know, could we get a starting position on this Braga team later in the season? It may be hard at first because we're just this new 17-year-old kid, which they force you to be 17 years old when you start the mode, so I have no control over the age, but I guess they just want you to start as early as possible. And there we go, we had another kind of chance, and here in the 90th minute I get a little accomplishment for 10 out of 10 short passes. And there you go, we lose, but again, it's just a friendly, so there you go, 5.6, not very good, although I'm going to talk about at some point in this series the match ratings by EA. I don't quite understand the logic in them sometimes. It makes sense at some point, but I mean, it's kind of weird. And all of a sudden, my manager's telling me about my future. He's putting me on loan. That's fine. I don't mind that. You know, I could go to a smaller club in a smaller league and develop my skills. So, you know, that doesn't bother me if, you know, I can get better and come back to Braga as an improved man. That would be fantastic. But then all of a sudden he's like, hey, I got a transfer offer for you from Inter. This is a transfer offer, not a loan. Inter just randomly wants me after one match, which I didn't even play that well. So I'm sitting here wondering, do I want to go to Inter? I mean, this is Serie A in Italy, and this isn't like a lower level team. This is Inter, a pretty decent team. What do I do? I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm going to stall a little bit because I need to consider my options. So Braga's second friendly is against Malaga. I was not selected for the lineup in this one. So with the manager wanting to put me on loan and all that, it's not too surprising that I wasn't really considered, you know, as far as the lineup is concerned here. And it's just a friendly again, so no big deal. But now I'm going to weigh my options. Do I want to stay on loan at Braga, or do I go to Inter? And I mean, are they looking at giving me a starting job? Because I certainly don't think I'm qualified. And here I'm not going to be in the starting lineup for the next match. So what do? Do we take it, or do we not? Well, we're just going to have to find out next time, guys. I will see you all then. Peace out.